Hello again, Mystic friends. This is Mystic Card Reader Ben with another Oracle card review. Today I'll be reviewing the Doreen Virtue Archangel Michael Oracle cards. 44 card deck. Very cool. And as always, I'll be using my notes and personal review form. So let's get started. First, we'll talk about the packaging. The box itself is very typical Hay House box, very awesome. So I'm giving it a 10 out of a 10. The guidebook itself, the quality of the guidebook is very cool. It's a fairly decent size guidebook. Again, typical Hay House guidebook quality, very good, 5 out of 5. The content of the guidebook itself, I'm giving it a 5 out of a 5. However, I do want to make a note that there's nothing special about the content itself. There's nice, it's typical Doreen Virtue Hay House guidebook. But, oh well, what can you do, right? But I am giving it a 5 out of 5 for content because there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, I might expect more at times. Let's get to the cards. The overall aesthetics of the cards are very beautiful. They are gilded, so they have that nice gold shine on the sides. I have been using this deck for about 2 weeks now, and if you look, you can start to see they're starting to kind of come apart a little bit. Ooh. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Okay, but the backs themselves are gorgeous. They got Archangel Michael praying with his armor of God on. So they are fabulous on the backs. But the fronts themselves are blue borders, and y'all know how I feel about borders. The border in the background kind of fade together. It would have been nice to have some kind of design or something around them. So I'm giving the overall aesthetics of a card an 8. Because they're okay. They're nothing special. The illustrations are nice. However, they're not just overwhelmingly beautiful. Now that card is awesome. I love that card. That's beautiful. But some of these cards, they're just not so much. And the unicorn, I want to know what's going on with unicorns. There's a lot of unicorns in this deck. Archangel Michael and unicorns, really? But it is beautiful, but again, there's nothing special, so I'm giving it an 8 out of a 10 for overall aesthetics. The quality of the cards are very good. Typical Hay House quality cards. Quality, I'm giving them a 10 out of a 10 for the cards themselves. The gilding is kind of tore up because sometimes I'm hard with them, and I'm just not getting used to the Oracle cards in these sizes, so I'm going to start to be a little more gentler with them. So that's my fault on the quality. That's why they're starting to, get beat up a little bit. But they are good quality. The content of the cards themselves, I'm giving it a 10 out of a 10 because these are so unique. Like every card has an inspiring message. Use your imagination and you'll see the answer. Your home is protected by angels. Detach from the situation. They're so specific and so specifically unique. So I love the content of the cards. They have the prayer at the bottom, a prayer that's either praying to Archangel Michael or God or your spirit God or whatever. So they do have a prayer that's also mentioned in the guidebook itself on the card. Little blurb about the meaning of the card and then specific meanings or specific possible meanings, as well as the same prayer that's on the bottom of each card. So that's awesome. So content of the cards, 10 out of 10. Now the layout and design of the cards, I'm giving it a 9 out of a 10. Because again, I think the blue border and the blue background on the cards is kind of like a forced continuity touch to try to make all the cards, seem like they're the same, even though clearly the images are done by different authors. If you look at these two images, if you would have just had the card, the full size, the image, they kind of wouldn't go together because of the styles or whatever. So I guess by putting a blue border and background, it kind of makes the cards look more like they're together. So I think that's just a forced continuity issue. They're trying to make them look together. But that's my only issue there. So I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 for layout and designs of the cards themselves. Every card at the top has from Archangel Michael, which is kind of repetitive. I would have liked to seen a border or something instead of that, because we know it's Archangel Michael. It's the Archangel Michael Oracle deck. Anyway, enough of that. Ease of use, I'm giving it a 5 out of a 5 because they are very easy to shuffle. They are very glossy. They stick together somewhat, but I mean, the more you shuffle them, the more you get used to them and put your energy into them. I mean, they're just fabulous. The card depth themselves, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 for card depth, because again, I mean, it doesn't go that deep into them, and the fact that they're so specific, like each card is so specific, there's little room for an intuitive interpretation of the card itself because they're so specific. Like explore your options. Well, that one, I mean, that's a little leeway, but research and explore your options, change your professionals you work with, find new ways to heal the situations, update your resume. The person you're asking about is trustworthy. I mean, that card is pretty much like, that's it. That's all, the only thing you can get out of that card. I mean, if you're asking, something about a job and you get this card, you know that you're talking about a person that you can trust. So there's not a lot of room for personal, like, intuitive interpretation of the card. So that's why I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 for card depth. Now, the reading accuracy on these cards are phenomenal. I'm giving it a 20 out of 20 for the reading accuracy, because no matter what, if I'm pulling one card a day or doing a 3-card spread or a spread that I've developed myself, like, they are spot on, you know what I mean? And so I thank Archangel Michael and I thank Doreen for putting so much care and love into these cards. So I'm giving it a 20 out of 20 for reading accuracy. Now, I'm also giving it an overall appeal. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 because there's just some minor issues that I've had about the deck, but it is beautiful. So 9 out of 10 for an overall appeal. So that gives me a final score or final rating. I'm giving it a 95 out of 100. So that is an A deck. Very cool deck. I do recommend it. It's awesome. The more I use it, the more I get in tune with it, the more I like it. This was one of the first Oracle decks that I purchased. So I just love them. I have a special connection with them, and I love Archangel Michael. Backs are beautiful. So anyway, giving it a 95 out of 100, an A deck. This is awesome. I do recommend it. And thanks for watching, guys. As always, like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. And until next time, be blessed. Much love, happiness, success, and joy sent your way. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.